Hi guys, welcome to my small homestead in Kenya that we are developing from a distance, although I've been here this April for like three weeks. We're mostly developing it as we are in Sweden with the intention to settle here. But yeah, life has been really nice here. Coming into the end of this stay, I want to show you what's going on. So you can see the house, and near the house we have fruits. This shamba, this paddock is for fruits only, and then on the downside we have some grazing land, and on the upside is not yet developed, not yet fenced. So this side we have a swale, and along the swale I planted bananas, and I planted mulberry, and I planted this tree. It's called Lpiripirinti in the local language, or podukcarpus, and it's doing really well in the swale, but the others, they died. So I have two after planting 15 of them, so that's not so good. But this tree normally does not grows in Samburu, in the highlands, in the big forest, but doesn't grow in Marmaroi where we are. So I'm trying, at least. To me it's a success to have two still growing, and it's 1 year ago I planted them, so they're growing really slowly, and it seems they're doing well in the swale, so I will continue to plant them in the swale, a few of them. And the swale is covered with grass, some mulch. Here we have another Lpiripirinti, and here we have some small mulberries coming up. And then on the upper fence we planted some Gravelia species, and we planted also Spania sespan, it's a supporter, or it's called it is called Lgilai in Samburu language. And then we have the African olive tree, or Ingeriyoi in Samburu language, or Olea in Maasai language. And then on the fence we have some black beans growing. They are nice perennial beans. And I also planted some here you can see it's a macaw, Marmaroi species. Marmaroi is the Samburu language for macaw, Melia volkensii. So there are a few surviving. Castor bean, Labilishi it's called in Samburu language. So those ones, very, very nice support species, castor and Spania. And I'm using also another support species in other places, and it's called croton, megalocarpus, or el in Samburu language. And we planted it all over in the grasslands, and where the grass is growing, they are growing actually one, and in the other shamba where we had the cows, they are not no longer there. There are very few, because the cow seems to eat this this tree when it's this size, and I didn't anticipate that. And then here we have a test field, a very small one. It's like 3 times 3 meters, where we we dug the soil and we planted some beans and cabbages, I think. And then we planted this Marmaroi together with them, and here they are doing really well. There are very many. You can see another support species that I'm using. It's called pigeon pea. So this Marmaroi is very nice. I'll continue to use it, although I think I will have to, when I dig it in the grassland, I'll have to use I'll have to dig a bigger hole and put more manure than I did. I didn't put any manure, so it's not coming up so strongly. Yeah, this season has been now, we've had a drought since November. It's now the end of April, but for the last 2 weeks we have had some small drizzling. We have had some moist mornings, so at least there's been some small water. Here you can see a difference. Here we planted jacaranda, and the jacaranda we planted with a lot of manure in the hole. And here you can see the croton coming up more strongly. So very nice support species when it has enough manure. This one we planted a few just for decoration, just because of diversity. There are maybe 5 along these fruits. Here is a Ltepesi tree coming up. It's a wild acacia. It's called Acacia tortilis, and the fruits are really nice for the goats and the sheep. They eat it, and it's a very nice food for them. It's a staple food for them in drier areas. It's called sagaram, those fruits, in Samburu language. And yeah, it's coming up slowly in this place. I'm letting it to grow, although other acacias I'm taking them away from the fruit place. I don't want any thorn trees. I want the place to be free from thorns, so that we don't damage each other. Thorn trees are good in the other land where we have the cows. You can see that down there. You can see the few cows we have grazing. Yeah. And here you can see some Lgilai coming up. It's a wild species. We don't really let it grow so much in this place, but it grows a lot in the grassland, and it is useful for us. It is having flowers for the bees, and the roots are really good herb for if you have an infection in the mouth, and you can be using it as a traditional toothbrush. And it has some fruits, these green fruits, so they are very strong poison. So we use that for our vegetables. If there is any insect attack on the vegetables, we put these fruits in water for some 4 days, and then that water becomes very bitter, and then we spray the vegetables. That we have like 1 mango from 2019 2 years old, coming up slowly. There's another one here, slow growing, but coming up. And we have an avocado from 2019. It's much bigger. Coming up with speed. So avocados, we planted maybe 200 seeds. Maybe we have 100 of them that has come up. I haven't counted them. Maybe I should do that. Very easy to grow. We just put them just dig, put manure, and put this one. Or if we have planted some other trees, we have also put the avocados. Yeah, so maybe the first fruits we get from 1 or 2 avocados, hopefully within some time, maybe some 2 to 3 years to come. We'll find out with time. And this bush is it is called Physalis. It's a wild species here in Samburu. So we planted them. This has dried up, but it's becoming well. And really here, now when we come inside here we have put quite some more resource. Here we have planted very densely, and we have put a mattress of grass, and it has really helped these trees during the drought. We have not needed to water. And we are planting some few new bananas along the fence of this place. You can see avocado coming up. Avocado. It's Suspan. It's only 1 year, but very big. And we have this Matundadamu, about 41 of them. There were 43, but 2 died now in the drought. One that died is there, and others are okay. You can see producing fruits even during the drought. A few of them have produced quite some fruits. Although during drought the fruits have really been less, very much less. So those that produce during the drought are the one in the swale. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other ones do not produce during the drought, but they have a few fruits still. But those fruits are from last year that are just now maturing. And the swale continues here with bananas and mulberry. And then we have some kales that were planted last year, and they have been sleeping. But now with the small rain, they are actually coming up quite nicely. More holes to be dug. We planted more things. And we have seen a big increase in the activity of birds in this area. There's a lot of birds that like this place. Since we have started this since this forest has come up, and they really like this Lybelishi, and they really like the Suspan. I can see they are very much in those trees. Maybe it's because they are the bigger trees right now. Here you can see another Mukau, Marmaroi. So I put down some castor bean, the Lybelishi, and I cut it down to make mulch for this Marmaroi. So the design now that I want along this swale is Marmaroi and Lpiripirinti. And inside this area of the fruits, we have this part is avocado and matundadamu especially. Matundadamu is the tamarillo tree. And then we have the support of Gravelia trees, which gives some shade in the drought. We have the castor bean, which gives some mulch material very quickly. We have some Sespania sespan, and we have some croton, and we have some leucaena. And I guess that's the design for that place. And then after the swale, we have this one was planted last year, mostly. And we have a slightly different design for this place. We have a lot of, you can see bananas in the edge coming up. But here we have the fruits that we planted is the matundadamu and papaya, and they are supported by this Sespania sespan and croton especially, and also some pigeon peas are planted, and we also have this castor bean coming up. And right now we are adding the grass because it's disappearing, and we have a lot of grass from the cow area, grass that has grown for a long time, and it looks like this. It is very brown, doesn't have any green, and it's a bit hard for the cows to eat. So we rather give it to the trees, and the trees will grow strongly and faster. We also have some other like chili species, but that's mostly the design here. So again, croton for support, Sespania for support, and this castor bean for support. Those ones I've seen is really nice support trees. And yeah, and then we have a small nursery. I'm trying to now bringing up some trees. Here you can see the physalis and some papaya, and this is some wild trees too, and this is the K apple. So that one we will plant it along the fence all over for security. And we have some passions that we are to plant, and some matundadamu more. Then I wanted to show you this. This is a really nice thing. This is the this is now the olive tree, the wild olive tree in Africa, and we transplanted it 2019 from the bush. So it was in April, and now it's April 2021, so it's 2 years, and it's like 2 meters long. So it's quite fast growing. I didn't expect that to grow that fast. The mango we planted at the same time is just 20 centimeters long, tall, so it's quite a difference. So the Ingeriyoi is a very nice tree, so I'll continue to plant more of them. They have potential in this place. You can see some more. kales coming up, and also some more marguet, the croton tree coming up. Avocado, yeah. Passion along the fence, and they're growing together with the banana, and here the banana has got a lot of mulching, newly planted banana. We rely only on rainwater, so the grass has really helped us, because since November it hasn't rained much, whereby we have only been able to give this young trees some small water some days in the week. But they have done well. They have survived really well because of this grass. They have been able to do, because the water we collect is not much. We have 2 tanks, 5,000 each, 5,000 liter each. Then we have some more nursery with some flowers and fruits, and even some this one is strawberry, and other fruits are coming up here. And the design we have gone to when it comes to nursery is to use these bottles or these buckets, and then plant all the seeds inside, and water seems to be a nice way to get them. This now I think it's Matunadamu, and this one is Popo. This one is the K apple especially, but also some Matunadamu and other species coming up. So we have Gravelias nursery, and this tree is very interesting. This tree is called Sokoni in Samburu, or Sokonoi, Warburgia ugadensis or Warburgia salutaris. It has 2 names botanically, and this one is a very strong medicine, very strong medicine. So this one was planted last year. It's coming up well. Yeah, we have more fruits coming up, some passion and Matunadamu, and more K apple. We have just a few of the Marmaroi, the mukau. They're not so easy to grow them from seed. And then this one is the one we bought. It is some Sokoni species, Ltarakwai, the red cedar, casuarina, and mango. And then we have some more fruits, and then we have some trees we got from the bush we transplanted. So it is the Lpiripirinti, the podukcarpus tree, and the Ingeriyoi, the wild olive, and then we have this one is called Ltarakwai. It's the red cedar, and we have a few other species that we have brought from the bush, like this one. This one is called Seketet, and Irkenil. So we have quite some trees to plant, and this is now the season to plant them. trees along the fence. Here we also planted this sokoni, some flowers, and along this fence we will now grow some passions. And this place is an open place. We want this place to be a bit open. During cold times it's nice to have some sun, and have a place with grass is also good. So the calves come here to graze, and then we have the grassland. We have some paddocking. This one is finished. Now they are inside this one. We planted some napier grass, and they've been consuming that too. There's some bananas inside. So this land is for the neighbor. That I'm using right now. So I didn't know it would belong to the neighbor, but it does. So I've been transplanting bananas, and we are using it for grazing. And even there's a lot of grass here now that has expired that we are harvesting and using as mulch. And this is now the design from the downside that I want. This is my land now. So we'll be planting napier grass in this area where we'll have some grazing. But I'm not planting any trees in those places. It's now on the upside. That's my gate, and this land that is on top of us will also belong to us. But the boundary has changed a bit. We didn't know that from the beginning. It would change, but it has changed, and we'll have more land on the upside and less on the downside. So the size remains the same. It's a 2-acre land, and it's okay. I developed for the neighbor. That's okay. And here there will not be no road, but this will be in our land actually. So this place collecting quite some water, drained tonight. So I have on this road I have 4 trenches for water collection. So if the first one fail, the other one will take it, and then like that. Yeah. So this land will develop and put a lot of trees, a lot of trees. So we'll put another fence to protect it better, and there are some trees coming up already, like the croton and the acacias. Here you can see my swale work on the up road. This is the last swale of 4 on this road. So this not really a swale, it's a trench. Water collection. So it rained quite well tonight, because it has rained some other days, and it has never filled this place. So tonight it must have rained quite well. Because I can see this water now entering these trenches. Even this one had water. So here I'm harvesting soil and putting it where I need it in the homestead down there. So here's some more soil. And here is some more. So even here was collection of water, you can see. So 4 of them. And I have been putting this for the last 2 years, and we have really seen a change in this land. A lot of trees are coming up. It's very green. And actually, using satellite images, it looks like this place has water from those images a lot. And now, I didn't know, but this land will belong to us from this cactus and down. And yeah, it will be really nice. There's some small trees already, or a few trees already. So it's very, very important to try to utilize all available resources as possible, like this rainwater now. And you can see where this trench is coming in. It's really, really green along. It's a lot of water that has come into this place, and then I've even exited into this place. And it's very, very green around where this water enters. So those are the development that we are doing. Mostly focusing on putting up the fences and planting the fruits and the support species for the fruits. And with time, we think this 2 acres we can have maybe two cows and 3 goats, and produce a lot of fruits, and that will be the production of this place. That's the end goal of this place, and it will sustain us with the food. Then we have some other land that we also to develop for other uses. And of course I will also plant my medicine trees. I do know a lot of trees with medicinal usage, and I'm using around 20 of them yearly for different issues and different diseases and issues in the body. So yeah, hope you learned something new. See you next time.